Today, I'm going to show you why creating evergreen content is the most beneficial thing for you and your business to take you further than you ever thought you could before. What's going on, everyone? My name is Andy and I appreciate you taking some time out your day to watch this video on the channel dedicated to helping you grow a successful business through entrepreneurship, marketing and social media. If you would like to follow me over on Instagram, I do post about how to grow your discoverability as a streamer. We also talk about a variety of things. We post near enough every day, so if you do want to learn and you want some digestible content, that is for you. We also stream twice a week on Thursdays and Sundays, where one of the days we host masterclasses to help streamers like yourself grow your business for the future. You can ask me questions live, we can discuss some things, and we can learn as we go along. All the links for my other social medias will be down in the description if you do want to follow. All of them are the same types of content that we make, so whatever one you digest the best, I will have it for you. So recently on Instagram and Twitter, I uploaded a picture related to streamer mistakes and what they often entail. Now, I got a lot of responses from that asking me what evergreen content was. And I didn't actually know that a lot of streamers didn't understand what this term meant or how to actually do it in the best way possible. Now, because I've been doing a lot of research recently, I thought this was just common knowledge that people had when it came to streaming. And this is something that's such a big factor when it comes to actually growing your business that we need to talk about it. I feel this is an essential part of content creation. Something that's actually going to take you from that one step and really ramp that up and get to the next place where you actually want to go. Now, just a quick overview of what evergreen content is, just in case you don't know. It's basically content that doesn't have an expiration date. So if you were to create content on Twitter, it's unlikely 25 days later anyone is ever going to see that tweet again. Whereas when you post a video on YouTube, 7 years down the line, someone could randomly get this video recommended, or if they search for the right thing that you've created a good video on, they could find that video and still believe it to be extremely valuable. Through that search engine, they are able to find that. So most of the time, it's just content that doesn't have an expiration date. Social media does, YouTube and Google, websites, podcasts don't. Now, why is evergreen content so important to streamers then? Why should you actually be using it rather than streaming 12 hours a day? By the way, just as a quick side note, if you're still in the mindset that you need to stream 12 hours a day every single day and you're grinding, you've got a lack of understanding of what streaming actually is nowadays and how much it's changed over the years. You need to get out that mindset as early as possible. If you're live for 3 days out of the week and you're live for 4 hours, that's 12 hours total out of a 168-hour week. Now, yes, I'm not taking into consideration things like work, family, food, everything else that you do in your life, but that is a lot of time you are not in front of screens for people who can see you. Of course, as we bring it back, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter content aren't evergreen. So it doesn't matter if you are spending a lot of time on there, you're still not allowing people to find you even when you are not active. This is why people like Ashley Christ was able to come back to streaming 8 months after no streams at all to 250 viewers through evergreen content. This allows you to not be active and present all the time, but still grow your brand, your stream, your business, whatever you're actually looking to build. This is why it's so crucial, and there's been a bunch of successful streamers who have came out on Twitter and stated this is the case and why you actually need to be creating content. More so, they focus it towards YouTube because of that, and we're actually going to talk about this in a little bit, but there's a reason why successful people say this, and there's a reason you need to be listening to it. So this is what we lead on to then. Andy, what type of content should I be creating for evergreen content? The first one that will come to most of your minds is YouTube. It's something you consume probably quite a lot, and it's the second biggest search engine in the world, just behind Google, who own YouTube. So they have the biggest search engines in the world. You need to be utilizing that. The issue is that a lot of streamers take their best clips or a section of their stream and just upload that to YouTube and call it stream highlights. Now, if we do a quick search right here, searching up stream highlights on YouTube, you can see there is nobody who doesn't have a lot of viewers or a big brand already. The second issue we have is that nobody actually cares about your content. Wow, Andy, way to piss off more people. What I'm saying is that nobody is going to watch these videos as they've got no reason to. I would always suggest trying to create different and unique content for YouTube to work for that platform. You wouldn't put the same caption you would put up on Twitter as you would on something like LinkedIn, because they just don't work in that way. It's different platforms and different content works for different reasons. It's the exact same as YouTube and Twitch. Now, can stream highlights work? Of course it can, and I'm going to show you how. When you have a segment on your stream, or you want to upload stream highlights, you need to make it catered towards YouTube and what the content actually wants and what people want to consume. If you posted stream highlights, nobody cares about that. But if you had a segment on your stream that talks about mental health when it comes to streamers, or you're having interviews with other streamers talking about their careers, maybe some of the news that's going on or anything like that, you could make that content, put it onto YouTube, make a great thumbnail, tags, title, captions, descriptions, and make it that people want to watch this content. Someone who does this incredibly well is Devin Nash. He sometimes uploads 3 hours of his content from Twitch, near enough unedited, for all the stuff that he discusses when it comes to Twitch, business, and more. This is an amazing example of how you can use this to your advantage and using the platform without putting that much extra effort in. All he's doing is taking content from one platform and transferring it to the other to work with that other platform in the best way possible. This is why you can actually leverage the stream that you're already doing, spend a little bit of time making it cater towards the platform, and then allow yourself to grow. The biggest mistake people make is they're not willing to put in that extra little bit of effort to cater it towards that platform. If you're able to do this and you're able to do it well, and you come up with valuable segments in your stream, or your stream highlights are that entertaining, and then make it for YouTube, you could grow exponentially from that. By doing this, you're making your content searchable and valuable to other people. Remember, the content isn't for you. You need to think about your target audience and who you want to be watching your content. If you were to see your video on the YouTube recommended, would you click? Would you want to watch? Would you continue to go forward? Do you spend 4 minutes introducing what your video is going to be? No one's going to watch that. You need to get sharp, to the point, and tell them what value they're going to get from this video right from the beginning. That's why sometimes in videos they show you a little part of the really valuable section of their video so that it entices you more, and then they get into the start of the video. This makes it really enticing. If you'll notice at the start of this video as well, I told you exactly what you're going to learn. Today, I'm going to show you why creating evergreen content is the most beneficial thing for you and your business to take you further than you ever thought you could before. Right from the beginning, I didn't waste your time. I told you what was going to happen and what we're going to talk about, and then I got into the intro. It's a very easy way to sort of transform that value over to one platform with just a little bit extra effort. You could even go as far as putting your own intro in as well as your Twitch clips afterwards to sort of give reason as to why people should stick around and what they're actually going to get from the video. The biggest mistake is that people spend so much time creating this sort of content, which could be great, but then at the last hurdle, they fall over it because they're not willing to learn and put that little bit of effort in to optimize it for YouTube or other platforms that they're uploading to. If they were to just put in that little bit extra effort, it could go so much further than they actually think. Other pieces of evergreen content are things like podcasts and websites because they're searchable and you're able to find them for the future and for a long time. It's basically content that never goes out of date. Now you could say things like Twitch news and gaming news does go out of date because once the PS5 is out and the PS6 is going to be coming out, then the PS5 news will sort of become irrelevant. But if you come up with content just like this today, it will not go out of date because new people who are coming onto the platforms every single time will want to know what evergreen content is, will want to search for that, will want to grow as a streamer, will want to learn as a streamer. Everyone keeps going forward and learning as they go along. So if you're able to come up with content that people can watch years to come, you are always going to be searchable on those platforms. Again, all of these take time to do. I'm not going to say you're going to get it overnight because you're just not. I've been creating YouTube videos for around 9 months now, and we are sitting at 750 subscribers, which is insane to me. That's incredible. But for some other people, that's just not what they're looking for because they're not willing to play the long game with it. If you look to create quality content, in 2 years' time from now, that content is still going to be quality and people are going to see that when they search for you. This is why focusing on creating the highest value you possibly can in whatever you're doing is going to be so beneficial for the long run. And I do not know how many times people are going to tell you that this is a marathon and not a sprint, and why it is so crucial to focus not only what you're doing right now, but what people are going to find about you in the future. This content will still be relevant in 2 years' time, meaning someone who's finding me for the first time could get to this video, find it, watch it, get the value, and then want to follow me in my business. And what have I done? Nothing. I created it 2 years ago. I've not looked at it since. I've replied to the comments. That's it. Do you see why this can be so beneficial to you? So let me ask you, are you going to start creating evergreen content, or do you already? Let me know in the comments, and let me know some of your questions that you'd have. I'd love to have a discussion about this. Again, if you'd like to follow me over on Instagram or Twitter, the links are down in the description. We talk about how to grow your business as a streamer and your discoverability. Also, we stream on Thursdays and Sundays, with one of the days hosting a masterclass for streamers to ask any questions live. We can talk, you can hang out with the family. I would love to have you there. I want to thank all the patrons for continuing to support me and what I do. It means the world to me. You're all incredible. And if you do want to check out any of these videos, they'll be on the screen right now. I'd highly recommend checking them out, seeing if you enjoy them, and following along this journey. Have a fantastic day.